Hey fam, as you all might be knowing, I was invited as a speaker and also as a trader who will be live trading on an expiry day in front of thousands of people as part of this year's Traders Carnival, sponsored by Money Control Pro. So it's being watched, and the whole event was watched by thousands of people. So while I am doing this, while I am here, I thought this would be a great opportunity to share the event and the experience with you, because it's not just me here. We have got amazing top famous traders from all over India here who are speaking along with me on the stage. So I thought while I am here, I'll actually give an opportunity to you so that I can talk to them, get their experience, get their trading setups, what they think about the market and what their advices are for you. So I'm planning to do that. And today is actually the last day of the event, and today I thought I'll cover everything for you. But again, I really have to talk about the first day when it was a Thursday. It was live expiry day trading on stage. I was the only option seller on the stage, and I had two option buyers, scalpers next to me, famous scalpers from India. I also had a futures trader there on the stage, and it was a very interesting, exciting expiry based trading where I made a great profit. I went into a bit of trouble. I actually got a chance to demonstrate how I manage my losses in option selling, and then again coming out of the day with a lot of profits in hand. And very proud to share this with the fam here, the community here. We got a lot of appreciation from people all around, seeing how we kept our cool, stick to our process, and came out with a great winning trade, right? So that is what happened on the first day. Then yesterday was all about some great sessions inside, and the whole agenda now is I want you to meet all of those speakers who gave those great insights. So I'll be interviewing them. I'll be giving you an opportunity to see what their thoughts are. So this video is all about that. And yeah, I'm also speaking today at nearly 1:30 p.m. I'll be giving my talk on the beautiful world of option selling. So yes, let's go inside. Let's meet the traders so that you can learn something from them. Come on. So I wanted to introduce Mr. Vijay S. Thakre to you. So a beautiful person. So if you actually watched my live trading session, he was sitting right next to me. We actually developed a bonding, a connection while sitting on the stage trading together. It was amazing. So introducing him as a superstar with amazing options buyer, a scalper. So he was just sitting next to me. He was actually beautifully telling where Bank Nifty and Nifty can go, what can happen, and he was scalping and doing some great things. So I have a big audience who are absolutely interested in option buying also. So
sure.
When did you start?
Okay, my journey with trading started 4 years ago. Okay, right. And as every trader goes through all the struggles and goes through all the hurdles that we have as per trading, because there's no formal education or a course that we could go to an educational institute
Correct.
and learn about things.
Correct.
So it is a practical business.
Right.
So we have to go through all the hardships. So as everyone starts, your broker gets a call,
right.
and he tells you that this is the stock, can you trade, and
right.
and then you go through the phases, and then you lose money, and then you go through all the psychological aspects that
That's true.
can I do it, can I not do it, or I've lost money, how do I recover? And then revenge trading comes into place.
That's true. But again, me personally, I've always felt, and I tell to my audience also, I am an option seller, you know that.
Yeah.
A heavy options trader.
Right.
So even I went through a similar journey. I started with stocks, then intraday swing, then into options buying.
Yeah.
And options buying, I felt it is very difficult, and I still think that options selling is very easy for me and options buying is difficult.
Right.
So from that perspective, I'll ask you, after having all this experience of yours, how did you land up in option buying, which I think is the hardest? So how did that happen? Why do you think option buying is easy or suitable for you?
Yeah. So I inherently, as a person, I like to go into the same direction where the price is going.
Right.
Okay. So option selling was something that you trade against what is going.
Right.
Like if it's going up, then you sell a put.
Yeah.
If it's going down, you sell a call.
Right.
So I had a lot of difficulty doing that. I tried it, but I had a lot of difficulty doing that.
Right.
So I was like, I want to go into option buying, which is much simpler for me and easier.
Right. But again, the scalping part of it. In scalping, what I feel is whenever I tried it, the largest problem there is money management. You might make a lot of small profits, but then you might end up with a large loss, and that may take up all of those 5 or 10 small profits. So I
Right.
felt that personally many a time. So
Right.
how do you manage that?
Okay. So now, as per my presentation, what I said. So as a buyer, what we need is momentum,
Right, right,
and the entry of our trade has to be much precise than an option seller.
Right.
An option seller can
Enter anywhere.
yeah,
That's
enter
so-
anywhere, and
yeah.
he might the probability of getting the trade is positive is higher.
Yeah, very high.
But for an option buyer, the entry has to be quite precise.
Right.
So I designed my system in that way, the MACD, stochastic, the momentum indicators in such a way that my entry has to be very precise.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I put a stop loss of only 20 points.
Right.
In Bank Nifty, yeah,
In Bank
of
Nifty.
option.
Yeah.
And I trade at the money.
20
So-
points in option
In
or 20
option.
points in Bank Nifty?
No, 20 points in option.
Or in the premium?
In the
20
premium,
points in the
20
premium,
points
yeah.
in the premium.
Okay.
So that's why my entry has to be so precise that if it goes 20 points, that's okay.
Cool. Understand.
As an option buyer, you have to be very tough. You have to have a tough skin.
Right.
Because it can hit your stop loss many times.
Right.
I decided as I trade heavy quantity to 2,500.
Correct.
So my maximum risk I want to take per trade is only 50,000.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
And you let your profits run.
Yeah,
Okay.
let my profits run. That also has a system.
Half quantity you said, you book
Yeah.
half of
Yeah.
scalp, half the quantity, and then, you
Then
let the other one, right?
let the other trail. So
Right.
let's say I have a 20 point stop loss. So I at least need to have 1:2 risk ratio,
Right.
So after 30-40 points, I'll exit after of 2,500. I'll exit 1,000.
Yeah.
Then I'll keep 1,500 just to see if there is momentum
Right.
still there or not.
Right.
Then if it comes to my price, the
Right.
1,500, if comes to my price, then I'll exit all of that.
Right.
I don't want to lose the 1,500 also.
I hope you got that. That was some golden advice from him, from a master scalper himself. So what he's saying is he has a 1:2 risk reward in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20-40 points. So we're talking about options premium here. He's buying an option, and there he's putting a 20 points stop loss on the premium, and he's targeting 40 points target.
Yeah.
And once the target is reached, if 2,500 quantities is what you entered,
Yeah.
1,000 you get out,
Get out.
1,500 you enter,
Yeah.
and then you wait. If the momentum is continuing, you enter again, you exit the other one.
Ah.
Great way, I guess. I mean, that's a personalized, subjective trading style, and that's why I always keep you telling that you'll have to identify your own trading style. Right? That's something there. But
you.
again, I am sure they will have this question in mind: what are the indicators that you use, and
Sure.
how do you find when to enter?
Okay. Now the indicators I use is MACD and stochastic.
Right.
Both are momentum indicators. Then I have VWAP and moving averages. Okay. It's trading in that range. So every moving average it goes above. That is my initial target.
Okay.
So let's say from 20, if the moving averages are expanded and there is a gap between them. Okay. So if it crosses 20, then the next logical target is 50 moving
Yeah,
average.
true.
Once it crosses 50, then
it's
200.
Why are you not taking 100 moving average?
100 sometimes I use it,
Okay.
not every
and
time.
all of these are exponential moving
Yeah,
averages.
exponential
Okay,
moving.
okay.
Because in intraday, what I've seen is exponential works better than simple moving averages.
So 20, then 50, then 200.
Yeah.
If they're coming from the top, you'll consider these as supports.
Yes.
They're going up, these are resistances.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
And then you use VWAP.
VWAP, yeah.
And
VWAP is
MACD.
important because in intraday trading, if there is a trend day, then VWAP becomes more important.
Right.
So that's why VWAP is more important.
Right.
Then MACD is 3, 9 and 15.
3,
If
9
you
and
put it in trading view in sequence,
Right.
3, 9, 15. And stochastic is 5, 3, 3. So as we are using 5-minute chart, so 5, 3, 3. So what we look at is there is a what we can say a precise trade that I explained in the session also, where stochastic has to be going above 40,
Okay.
MACD has to be going above 0,
Okay.
and there has to be a small gap between both the this thing momentum
MACD and
indicator.
signal line.
Yeah, signal line.
Right,
There has to
right.
be a small gap.
Okay. And is it necessary that the MACD line has to cross the signal line?
Yes.
Crossover? Yeah.
Yes,
That
it
is
has to be.
necessary.
Yeah, it has to be
MACD line has to be above the signal line.
Above the
Okay.
signal line, and it has to be going above 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you get all these parameters together, that is when this 20 point stop loss comes into place.
Right. Right.
Because at that time, you losing the trade is very minimal.
I understand. You absolutely catch the moment when it is starting, so that
Yes.
you're sure you'll at least get that 40 points.
Yeah, I showed you the example also while we were trading.
And that was amazing.
Yeah, it was like wait till it comes above 0.
Right,
Once it
right.
comes above 0,
Yeah.
then what we saw was,
Right, that was
amazing.
Yeah, right. So he actually gave all his setup for you, so you probably can re-listen to it if needed, so he gave whatever indicators he's using, and I've seen it personally working, right? I was sitting just next to him, and he was saying, "Abhi green candle aayega," and it came, right? Right. So to close it off, to top it off, what is the single largest advice that you have to give to a lot of beginners? They are beginners, so single largest advice if they want to win in scalping, buying.
Yeah, as a trader, I want you to
You can look at them.
As a trader, what I want you to do is learn, not trade too much, but learn about your setup. Just stick to one setup. Every setup works, okay? But every setup has its weakness also. So instead of understanding the more good things about, understand the weakness of your setup first. And that happens when you go through that setup for a year.
True.
So as if we want to do an MBA, engineering, whatever we want to do, we have to go through a phase, to be a graduate, you have to go from 12th standard, 13, 14, 15, right? So in this case, first learn about your setup. Stick to one thing,
Right.
okay? Stick to one index.
Yeah.
Trade that, be a Bruce Lee at that, and then move on to stocks or any other index.
Yeah.
Don't look for too many things.
Right.
Just one index is enough to make a living.
Right.
So just focus on that first. Once you're good at that, once you feel that you're net positive, your win ratio is 70% to 30%, then you move on to other things.
Right. So people tend to lose on that. They are always in the lookout for a new special strategy that no one is revealing. And they do one thing for probably a week, a month. They're making money, losing some money, and they lose confidence in that.
Exactly.
But they should probably do that over and over again, build confidence on that, and have their own trading style in that. That is when they'll win, right?
Because when we climb a mountain also, we don't climb right away, right?
Right.
We wait, we get tired.
Right.
So that is the market phase that we need to understand.
Right.
And that's when our setup is not going to work.
True,
so as a buyer, we have to understand when our setup is not going to work or when the market is not in our favor.
Right, right.
Simple.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So great speaking with you. Great meeting you more than
Great
that.
meeting.
So
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. So the fun fact is we were trading together, going through all the emotions together.
Yeah.
We got out of the stage and we hugged actually. So coming to Traders Carnival, I never thought that I'll be meeting and bonding with traders like you. And yes, so pleasure meeting you, pleasure talking to you, pleasure introducing you to my audience. So
thank you so much.
Right.
I hope everybody loves it, and do message me or follow me on Instagram
please.
or follow me on Twitter, and I'll be happy to answer your questions.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'll probably give you a link in the description, so I'll do that. So
Yeah, thank
please
you.
check it. Introducing to you an amazing scalper. So I probably should not be introducing him because a lot of you might already be knowing him as the famous scalper Shiva, right? So a pleasure meeting you, pleasure trading live with you. So that experience was something else. So he was, apart from trading, you were commentating on Nifty and Bank Nifty throughout the day. That is a whole another skill is what I believe.
Good thing is you are giving me a company. Otherwise, I would have been a solo commentator, which I would have hated.
Right.
Because that gave me an opportunity to trade and look to see how you guys have been doing so well in option selling as well. I was amazed.
Yes. So you might be knowing, but again, for the formality of it, I'll introduce him as a pure, amazing, awesome rock star in options buying and scalping specifically. So options buying might not be a great thing, but scalping, I believe, at least I believe, is a huge skill. It's one of the, a skill which is hardest to master probably in the market, right?
Well, I wouldn't say so, but yes.
Yeah.
Once you practice it, it will definitely be there.
Right.
But we needed to choose what is right for us. And say, for example, you have chosen selling and it works perfectly well for you. For me, I tried everything. And at the end of the day, I know my emotions are not that great when I'm holding a position. Then I thought okay, what can I do? Quickly enter and exit. And it has been working for some time. Then I decided I'll stick to scalping no matter what. And it's been going good.
Yes. So two major questions for you. So one is, how do you think a person can become a good scalper? What is that single edge a person needs to become a scalper?
First and foremost, they needed to have the patience and the discipline. Many people think that if you are a scalper, you needed to enter in every candle and enter and exit. No. You needed to wait for the right entry and the right exit. And I always keep saying to my team, actually, you needed to be like an eagle, wait for your prey 10,000 feet away. And once you start seeing the prey, go attack it. That's it. You're done for the day. That's the way you should be.
Amazing. And also I have a large audience who are just starting in the market. So they're beginners. They are probably not even into FNO already. So what is a general advice that you can give to whoever is aspiring to take this as a full-time job, a career career, or even to do good here, right? So what is the general largest rule that you
First and
advise?
foremost, get the basics right, because those are the things which we lost it in the beginning. Without knowing the basics, we got into the market, get our market gave a huge lesson in terms of you paying the market. You guys have good mentor. Try to learn initially basic stuff, and then just try to do for 6 months with 1 or 2 lots. See whether it is working or not for you. Rather than the paper trading, put your actual money. See how your human emotions are working. Then it will give you a complete insight where you are, and then you can decide to scale up. But don't try to scale up from 1 lakh to 10 lakh immediately. And if someone wanted to become a full-time trader, give it at least 2 or 3 years, wherein you see whether you are able to and have money which can sufficiently support you yourself and your family, so that you don't require trading income to support you. That's going to be another important factor which I would say.
That's true.
And it took me almost 10 years. I'm not saying it will going to be taking 10 years for you, but you should be able to do it much better, provided if you have all the right knowledge, apply it with the stick, patience and discipline.
So it can be done, is what you're telling.
It can be done.
Just
it can be done. Only thing is, follow it with discipline and patience. Many people think that a stock market and options is all a gambling. No,
Never.
you proved it. I proved it live in front of the audience. If you know the right way to do it, you should be able to do it.
Right.
Even in a volatile market.
Yes. So I'll be plugging all of your Twitter handle. That's where he's most active in. So I'll be putting that in the description and in the pinned comment, so you can follow him here. And
I think I had an excellent conversation with Sharik yesterday, and probably you may see me and Sharik doing something together in future. Watch out for this.
Yeah, sure. So absolute pleasure meeting you, trading live with you, and doing this together.
Thank you. Thank you.
So hey guys, I wanted to introduce someone very different and special, I would say. So Aishwarya Dave, it's pronounced right. So why special? Because she does option selling just like me, and why different? Because she is just 22 years old. If you're comfortable sharing it in front of the camera.
Yeah, not a problem.
Right. So probably the youngest attendant here, participant here, I guess, maybe one among the youngest for sure.
One among.
Yeah, but again, one among the youngest and an option seller at the same time.
Maybe a youngest woman.
Absolutely. So that also being an X factor for you. Right, but it's actually, I'm thinking about it a lot. How did you get into option selling at such a young age, and how are you actually doing well at it? She actually made real good returns last year. That's what she said. So, if you're doing that, how did you get into the world of option selling at such a young age? Which is unconventional for you because you are a female, not being a sexist here, but that is the harsh reality in our society, right? So very happy to see this for sure, but I want to hear your story, and please share it with them.
Okay, so I'm a CA dropout by choice.
Right.
I feel CA is a very noble profession, but I thought that I should do something more to be self-employed. And then I left CA and I was, looking for opportunities. Then trading hit me. So when I started trading, it was just micro trading. It was not like option selling, starting mahi like that. Then I started trading in futures, equity, and then I was introduced to the world of options, and I was like, what is this?
Absolutely.
It's like a gold mine. What was I doing all these years? I was thinking that actually. Because once you understand this as a business, you'll not think that you're going to lose money. This is not gambling. We all know that. You have to set trading discipline and rules, and if you follow that, you're good to go.
So that's one thing I also keep telling them. Option selling is some amazing thing that you can do in the market, and I wonder why more people are not doing this, and another one thing, a lot of people who are aware about option selling would be concerned as you being just 22, not worked earlier, and all of them know that option selling, in order to have a good return, you should have a high capital. Not saying that you need high capital for absolutely necessary to do option selling. Even if you have a less capital, you can do, but the absolute return will be less, but you're still making some great percentage returns of your capital. But how did you manage your initial capital? Where did you get your initial capital from? What are you doing about that?
Okay, so since I started micro trading, I started getting good returns, and then slowly, as I saw option selling has so much returns, so I asked my dad that because I'm not working yet, I was still graduating, and I did not have time to go and earn money from somewhere. Stock market was the thing. So I was like, Dad, this is my PNL, trust me, give me some capital. So he gave me 5 lakhs capital, but he told me that you'll have to pay interest. So first we negotiated on the interest rates and all. So I told him that okay, so he told me finally 1% is good and a little exemption because I'm his daughter.
Right.
But I'm like okay, whatever.
Right.
So I accepted 1% as interest, and every December I have to pay him his 12% interest whatsoever.
Right.
So I have to see my risk return
Right.
ratio like that. So the capital which I employ in each trade, I have to see that my interest also gets covered
Exactly,
along with my profits.
Right, right.
Because if there's no profit, there's no interest,
right.
and it's the
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
So this is something which I tell to them is that you actually trade with whatever your capital you have, and you build a good story for yourself, making consistent profits so that you can show your P&L, and that will talk for you. You need
Exactly.
not build capital for your own.
Yes.
Like she actually is practically doing it, right? So she traded with whatever capital she had, she did well in the market, and then she used that P&L from her dad because that was a source she had,
Yes.
and raised capital. You can also probably do that, so that is a great advice, I
Yes.
believe. So now you can probably represent a very large community of probably females, female traders, female option sellers, young traders in the market. So what do you have to tell to all of these retail traders? I have a lot of beginners in my community. So all of these people who are just starting up, what is that single largest advice you'll give them?
Okay, so as for youngsters, I wouldn't stick to a female trader or anyone
please
like
do
that,
not,
because everyone is learning, they are
Absolutely,
growing,
yeah.
and we all
Right.
are looking for opportunities. So what I would say is the efforts which you put, that should be greater than the returns which you want. Returns will eventually come.
Right.
But if you don't put efforts and you want returns, that's not possible.
Right.
People say that they take option selling as, for granted.
Right.
They don't want to learn about it. Just ooper say they want to learn, and then they're like, "Arey, money is going."
Right.
I'm like, you understand the basics? It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
So that's the thing. Put more effort,
Yeah.
and then you'll see wonders happening. So I'll just, if we are finishing this,
Right.
I would like to quote. There's this book by Rashmi Bansal. It's like Stay Foolish,
Stay
Stay
Hungry.
Hungry.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very good thing.
Right.
When you know that you know so much, that's the time when you fall.
Right.
So
Right.
it's a huge market,
Yes.
huge world out there.
Right. So what she is saying is it's possible. You just have to put in the effort and all that you can to make it happen, and it will happen with time, right? And the last question is, again, being a female, I don't go by that normally, but
Yeah.
again, this is a world
Yes.
where we are seeing very less female traders.
Yes.
So why do you personally think there are very less female traders, and what do you think should be the road going ahead so that we can spread this among more
I
females?
think less knowledge actually. People are not very aware of the fact that they can do this, and maybe I don't know much, but I would say that I was very attracted to option selling and the share market.
Right.
I think there's a gap for knowledge,
Right.
nothing else.
Yeah, and
If-
that can be bridged.
Yes,
What is to be done?
absolutely. More awareness.
Right.
You have to take interest by yourself. So females take a lot of interest. Since we are talking about females, they take a lot of interest in makeup and all these things.
Right.
You have to start taking interest in different things.
Right,
It's
right.
not like I'm objectifying people, but interest.
But again, I have taken it as my life's mission to democratize stock market, to spread the knowledge, spread awareness, and I do that selflessly. And I've been doing it for a very long time. But again, still I see when I look into my YouTube analytics or anywhere, I can see female audiences somewhere between
Very
5 to
less.
8%.
Yes.
So I'm not doing anything specifically for men or specifically for women, but still it's only 5 to 8%. So I think the takeaway from this is I think probably we'll have to do something specific for women to bring them in.
Yes.
Yeah. So it can't be a general solution which can bring everybody in. We need specific actions, right? So probably you can look into it in the times coming up.
Absolutely. I'll
right?
try my best,
Right.
whatever I can,
Sure. So
to increase knowledge.
Right. So anyways, meeting her was absolutely amazing. In options, more because you're an option seller, because yes, that's our
Yes.
place, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So pleasure introducing her to you, and probably you will hear great things about her in the future. So thank you very much for being on the
Thank
show.
you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
and all the best to you. I wanted to introduce someone very special regarding the Traders Carnival, because meet the man, the face, the soul behind Traders Carnival, who has been absolutely conducting it in a successful way for the last 8 years.
8 years.
As one of the very best traders.
14 conferences.
14 conferences, right? As one of the best traders conference in India. So he is doing it by himself in a great way. So Mr. Dharmaraj Janagiram. But that's his name. We all call him with love DJ. Yeah, he's our DJ boy. So thank you for having me here. Thank you for inviting me to the carnival. Had an absolutely great 3 days. The first day, the live trading session. Well, it's a good concept by you in like bringing in traders, putting them on stage, and so that people can talk a lot of things. They can come to conferences, they can come to training sessions, they can talk a lot of things. But you gave us an opportunity to actually show that to the crowd and then speak on that, right? So that is a good platform that you're giving the speakers and also people who are coming for the carnival. They are getting to learn and hear people who are actually doing what, practicing what they are preaching, right? So great job. So how did this all start? What keeps you going? Right?
Okay,
Tell us
so
something about the Traders
my
Carnival.
background is from the technology space.
Right.
I used to be into computer infrastructure and security.
Okay.
About 10 years back. I worked, the last assignment was a bank in South America.
Okay, nice.
And I used to work in it was an island called Curacao. It was a beautiful island. And about 10 years back, I entered the markets, and then I saw and rather felt that the networking opportunities to learn and network was not as much in the markets then as it was in the technology space.
Right, that's true.
So I asked my friends, and we used to meet at the Bowring Institute in Bangalore over beer and chili chicken. And I love chili. I love both actually.
Yeah.
So we used to discuss at lunch, and the discussions used to spill over till dinner.
Right.
And once we realized that there's nothing like this at that point in time. This was in 2012. So one day we felt, okay, why don't we start something on our own?
Right.
And so we started off. Those days were the days of Yahoo groups. I don't know if you have heard of them.
I have.
You're too young to know about Yahoo groups.
Right.
This was much before Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Slack, Skype, everything became popular around 2012.
Okay.
So we started this thing. The first conference was on October 26, 2012.
Oh, very
Also,
fast.
also my birthday.
Okay, amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
So we did that. We had a crowd of about 70 people coming from all over India.
Okay.
We invited about 8 speakers to come in and share their strategies, and also we had some networking program.
Yeah.
So you asked me about my plans for the future. So there are people proposing we do one event abroad, but right now international travel seems to be a bit of a challenge.
Right, right. So otherwise, can we expect more carnivals in a year? Probably an Indian carnival, an international carnival.
Yeah, we could do that actually.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we are open to
Geography-specific
ideas.
carnivals, I don't know. Right.
And one thing, Sharik, is that a lot of ideas for Traders Carnival come from participants themselves.
Right.
But we listen.
Yeah.
We listen to everything, and whatever is actionable,
Right.
we execute, we implement, put into action.
Right.
If it's not possible, we make some changes and then move on.
Yes. Anyways, it was an amazing event. So thank you for having me, inviting me, hosting me.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Sure, right,
And
right.
all the best to your show,
Right.
to all your viewers.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
looking forward to some many beautiful, wonderful years coming.
Absolutely.
Right. So thank you.
So please remember one thing: serial repeat offender.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's my pleasure to introduce you to Mr. Ashu Madanji, who's a major businessman. So you can probably Google him up and you'll get a lot of details about him. But more importantly, he is an avid option seller. So what happened was when I was trading live on the stage with kind of nerves running up and I was a bit tensed, and then you started talking, right? So I was confident with my trades, but again, there were all option buyers next to me, a lot of doing crazy stuff, we would call so. And then he took the mic and he started talking a lot of sense about option selling. And I felt that connect right from the word go.
Absolutely.
Whatever he kept saying there are the things I stand for. I talk to you always, right? So that's the proper, perfect option seller's mindset.
So I think what you mentioned, that immediate connect, probably that connect prompted me to take that initiative
Right.
and hold the mic and
Right.
say certain things which I was concurring with you.
Right.
So absolutely, and during this presentation I was so happy because in such a simple words, in a simple way you were explaining things, and that is what I mean, my job as a business guy, I mean handling clients.
Right.
Obviously you are an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
so you're doing handling clients directly. But when we meet clients, and particularly Sharik, when you go to all these smaller locations, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cities. I mean, everybody understands this business, wants to get into the business, but somehow are afraid of options.
Right.
So that is where our role gets even more important.
Exactly.
That we teach them, we educate them the option.
Right.
And option selling, as I said, is a double-edged sword.
Right.
But historically, it has been a proven fact.
Right.
And one thing which was very important, which I could correlate with easily, that I'm always fearful of selling puts.
Yeah.
And this is what you explained to the entire Janta inside.
Right,
So
right.
that was something great. So I mean,
Right.
At times you have an instant click. So I think I had an instant
Exactly.
click. Which
No, those are very specific things that we are thinking on the same line. So it was a major connect that I had, and very happy to see that a person like you with a lot of experience in the market has. And we are on the same pages, so that's huge validation for me as well. So because he does a lot of things, being a businessman, into trading, handling clients. So I would only ask you one thing for the whole of community. There are a lot of people watching. So what do you have to say about option selling, and what would you tell them, and so that they are invited for option selling? What
so
is
I
that
think
major
one
thing?
very important thing which I always say, option selling is for returns, for generating returns, not for profits.
Right.
Don't confuse. It might sound boring. It will not give you the thrill of trading,
Right.
but it's a return. Whenever I mean, on the contrary, whenever we meet clients, they always say, "Why are you in the market?" We generate some returns,
Yeah.
but when they come to the market, I think, I don't know, greed or probably get carried away by looking at the profits, and when they hear about the market and the swings which
Right.
market gives you, they get carried away. But option is a beautiful and great tool to generate returns. I mean, I don't know. As I always say, there is no sacred model. As long as it is there, make the most of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So thank you, and
Thank you, Sharak.
pleasure meeting you,
Same
pleasure
here.
knowing you.
We'll be in touch.
Yeah.
I mean, I was so happy to be
Right.
here,
Yeah.
because I made so many friends, and
Right.
I've enhanced my knowledge
Right,
also,
right.
thanks to you and
Yeah.
many others.
So let's democratize option selling in India.
Absolutely.
Let's do that together. Thank you very much. So, hey fams, that was it. This was this year's Trading Carnival at Goa. It was such a tremendous experience where I got to trade live on stage in front of thousands of people, trading, sitting along with some great traders from all over India, and actually able to demonstrate what I do. So I speak a lot of things on the show, on the stock market show. So you got an opportunity to see what I actually do, and I think this is a major validation. And it was an amazing experience. I tried my best to actually talk to them, take some insights from them, and give it to you on cam. I hope those were also valuable to you. You heard what other traders do, what their setup is, and what they think about the market, and what their largest advice is to you. So I think it's time to sign off now. I have a flight to catch at 7:30, and it's already 5 now, so I have to rush to the airport. So the single largest advice that I have for you now is, this is doable. I know you watch my show daily, you try to do a lot of things in the market, and you're still a bit skeptical about what can be done in the market. So what I'm saying is, a lot of things can be done if you if you have a process, if you appreciate it, if you stick to it with a lot of discipline, there are wonders to be done in the market. So wishing you all the very best, and I hope you get a chance to be a part of an event like this, a Traders Carnival or some other event, where not attending as a speaker, but one day you all are so successful enough that you get to be on the stage, address a crowd, and kind of pass on what we are doing here, right? So helping other people to win in the market. So yes, standing by my word that trying to democratize stock market in India. So let's do that together is what I'm saying. So wishing you all the very best. Having a very happy sign off from here. This is Mr. Adishaktam signing off. Adishaktam.